Alright, what's your name?
Lucas.
And how long have you been collecting vinyl records?
Like 2 years now.
Meet Lucas Fairbrother, an 18-year-old resident of Leyland. Lately, he's developed a deep fascination with collecting vinyl records. Intrigued by his newfound obsession, I decided to catch up with him and learn more about his story.
How did your interest in collecting vinyl records begin?
It started with my granddad, who had lots of records, and yeah.
Can you recall the first ever record you got?
It was Dark Side of the Moon.
What draws you to vinyl records specifically?
I like the big album cover and having them on the wall. Yeah, they're just nice, and putting them on, it's nice.
How do you go about finding and acquiring new records? Do you prefer digging through record stores or online purchases?
I do not like online purchases at all. It's mostly in person.
Why is that?
Because I just like flicking through it, you know.
Have you ever come across a rare or valuable record in your collection?
Electric Ladyland by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
It's worth quite a lot of money, apparently. That was my granddad's.
Are there any particular genres or artists that you focus on collecting? If so, why are they significant to you?
Radiohead, because it's sad virgin music.
Do you have a lot of those in your collection?
I've got 3. Got this one. I've got this one. And I've got a few more in there.
How do you store and organise your vinyl collection? Is there a particular system or method you follow?
One of them. And then there.
Do you have a favourite album in your collection? What makes it special to you?
It's Elliott Smith, Either Or. It was very difficult to find. And then I found it.
No!
As we delve further into Lucas's fascination with vinyl records, we encounter one of his closest friends. This friend, who has known Lucas for a long time, is worried about his intense obsession with collecting records and has valuable insights into the potential downsides of this hobby.
What's your name? And what's your relationship to Lucas Fairbrother?
My name's Charlie Martin, and I was a victim of Lucas's violent outbursts last year.
Okay. Can you go into more detail about that?
So we were on a day out in Manchester, and Lucas really wanted to visit the record shops like HMV and the other one, what's it called, the big one?
Vinyl Exchange.
Yeah, Vinyl Exchange. So we had to tell him that we obviously we couldn't go to the vinyl shop as we had other things to do. I had a family member in hospital at the time who was terminal, so I didn't want to miss time with her to go and look at vinyls, and that's really when the tide turned.
Have you ever felt that Lucas's vinyl record collection is excessive or overwhelming?
Most definitely, to the point where it's affecting his everyday life. Even when he's away from his vinyl collection, he's that obsessive that he just tries to look for vinyls and vinyl references in everything that he does in life.
Can you share any instances where your friend's addiction to vinyl records has led them to make any impulsive or extravagant purchases?
Yeah, one time we were out and Lucas literally sold the shoes off of his feet to buy a vinyl. And there was another instance when we had to tie him down to stop him from selling his car to buy a new vinyl player. He's just always doing silly things. One time there was a homeless person playing guitar who obviously had like a guitar case with money in it, and Lucas has just run up, tapped him on the shoulder, so he's looked this way. Lucas on the right has just swiped his money box and took off and bought vinyls with it. So.
Do you think your friend's passion for vinyl records has impacted their lifestyle choices or preferences?
I would say so, yeah. Yeah, I would say so. He used to have a lot of interest in going outside, speaking to women, playing out. He doesn't play out anymore. He just sits in watching these little wheels spin. He's got no money anymore. Spends it all on vinyls. He's just not the same person that he used to be. His head's just corroded by these little plastic wheels.
Have you ever witnessed your friend prioritise their vinyl collection over activities, relationships or responsibilities?
Yeah, actually, one time I heard that Lucas had a girl who was madly in love with him. Sadly, they're not together anymore. But the first night that they were supposed to be sleeping over, he actually made her sleep outside on the lawn so he could have his vinyl collection in his bed, because he's got a few very expensive ones that he likes to keep close and safe. So obviously that is silly to prioritise a few vinyls over a woman.
How does Lucas's addiction to vinyl records affect their financial situation? Do they allocate a significant portion of their budget towards their collection?
Yeah, it has. Lucas has always had big issues financially. When I first met him, he was actually a heavy drug addict. Spending, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm fine.
It's okay. Are you okay? You want to continue? Alright, now to end this on a bit of a higher note,
Yeah.
is there anything positive that have come out of his record collection?
Yeah, some of the music's really great, and you know, it's had an influence on me. I've recently started collecting vinyls. I've bought 40 vinyls in the last 2 weeks. It's just lovely to be a part of something, you know, you can relate to with your friends.